Before the age of 23, the life that I experienced, it was experienced as pretty painful, full of toxic relationships, substance abuse. Really, I was not really kind to myself at all. Tons of negative self-talk. Didn't really want to be here for a majority of my life from the age of about 11 to 23 years old. The anger was really started to get expressed a lot when around the age of 11. And I think it was there before 11. It was just that 11 was when I was in an environment where I felt like I could actually express more of it without that much repercussion, if that makes any sense. And the substance abuse probably kicked in around 14-ish. But my entire life changed when I was 23 years old. The bliss and joy and happiness, happiness for no reason at all, just the bliss and joy that I feel now on a daily basis is mind-blowing compared to what I experienced the ages of 11, 14, 17, 18, really all the way up until about 23. If I could go back and talk to the 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 14, 18-year-old version of myself, 21-year-old version of myself, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you have no idea what is coming. And then they'd probably be like, and how did that happen, right? How do we get there exactly? Because it feels impossible from here, okay? And I would let them know it is possible for everyone. You just hadn't been in the presence of anyone who put you on game yet, but you will. And you are going to practice and you are going to make peace your number one priority. And you're going to realize a bliss and peace that beats any substance, alcohol, ever. But for now, it's imperative that you continue to live your life. All aspects of the journey are meant to be experienced. You're going to gain a ton of wisdom from everything that's happening right now. And there's going to come a point in your journey where you're going to be very grateful that nothing happened differently than it did, because you're going to see the bigger picture and how everything you're experiencing right now is going to play a huge role in the wisdom and compassion you're able to have for yourself and for others. So I would tell all versions of my past selves, keep going. Everything's going to be okay. I would really want to talk to the 23-year-old version of me because she was at a transition point. And, transitions can be very scary. When you're transitioning in any capacity, you are stepping into the unknown. And at 23, because peace was becoming my number one priority, I was stepping away from connections, relationships, all types of connections and relationships. Just a lot of things were changing. Because see, when you prioritize your peace, there's a lot of stuff that you no longer resonate with that you did resonate at one point with when peace was not a priority. So when you prioritize your peace, your life starts to change just naturally because things start to rearrange, including your relationships, in a way that matches what you are prioritizing, which at that time was peace for me. Many of you watching this are trying to break cycles, spanking, screaming, power struggles, breaking the cycle of negative self-talk, and that's going to mean that you're going to be headed into unknown territory. If those are things you've always done, if being mean to yourself is something you're very used to, then even though on the other side of that is peace and joy and self-love and natural confidence, even though those amazing things are on the other side of you practicing to self-regulate, etc., it's still a transition, and it can still feel scary, and you can still sometimes feel alone. But the unknown beats continuing to do things that you were programmed to do, continuing to do things just because it's what you were programmed to do. But you do not have to head into the unknown alone, and you do not have to integrate the peace that you are at your core and your favorite version of yourself into your life and parenthood alone. Transformation doesn't occur just from consuming content. You got to really commit to your own transformation. Cohort 1 of Release and Rebirth starts November 5th. I'm only taking 6 parents. 8 weeks of transformative partnership and mentorship coaching. We have 1-hour sessions together every week, all 7 of us. And also throughout the week, we have one-on-ones in Telegram where you get exclusive content and practices curated specific to you. You get to message me 24/7. The only time that I don't respond, my clients can attest to this from the past, is if I'm asleep. Otherwise, you will get content curated specific to you, where we deconstruct a lot of those negative self-talk, a lot of that negative self-talk. My coaching includes silence, skill integration, and practices that are practical. My coaching is heavily about you realizing the power of your own inner peace and you taking your power back and getting skilled at creating your own parenting style and your own life from that power, from that peace. So if you are interested in joining that cohort, it starts November 5th. Direct message me if you're interested, or just go sign up. We're going to kind of begin a little bit before November 5th in that you're going to get some exclusive content and things of that nature dropped in the group chat of Telegram before we actually kick off November 5th. I want you to see what it feels like to partner with somebody who is committed at a high level to peace and unconditional love and unconditional acceptance. And I want you to see how that can transform one's life, so that after you end the partnership with me, you can move into your own life with a strong conviction, a strong knowing of the power of your own inner peace.